Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Monday, April 19th, 2010. This morning I wanted to go through file attachments to store packages. Actually, I mean store bundles, because you can't attach a file to a store package, you have to attach it to a bundle. Show you what I'm talking about. Let's take a bundle I've got here called My Bundle. It's got a package inside of it. No real code here because that's not really important. I'm connected to a local store repository, and what I'd like to do when I publish this is attach a file. Now, by attach a file, I mean take a file that is required for this package. I mean, it might be something like a web project, it might be CSS, it could be graphics files, it could be some client project where there are graphics files associated, whatever. In any case, there are files I want to associate with this particular version that I'm publishing. So what I can do is I have to write some workspace code. Unfortunately, there's no GUI to do this. So what you do is you grab store registry, bundle named, the bundle, and then bundle add file, the file you want to add. So I'm going to go ahead and do a do it on that. That'll go ahead and add it. Nothing graphic came back to me, but it's done. So let's go ahead and do a publish on this, and I'll show you what happened. So it's going to come up and offer to publish 1.0 because I've never done this before, but items to publish over here, parcel options, file options. Notice I've got readit.txt, and notice the path name would be here. I've just given it as the local file system right here, so it's going to go ahead and do that. And it's going to give me include all or include all modified. So I'm going to say include all. And now I'm going to go ahead and publish, and it's going to push that out. Okay, so that was a pretty quick publish. Let's go ahead and exit this. Okay, so I've started up a new image. I'm going to connect to my local repository, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to browse the published items, and we'll take a look at my bundle, and we'll go ahead and load this. Now watch what happens when I try to load it. What it's going to do is it's going to prompt me for the files because I haven't changed the settings. There's a setting to automatically load, but since I've got it to prompt, it's going to prompt and ask me, where do I want this? I'm going to say, well, go ahead, I want that to be downloaded, and it's going to push that file down with the associated code. Now, if I wanted to modify the way this is, say I wanted to add a second file to this. So I've got a new version I want to publish. I want to put out this new file to it. I have to go back to this kind of code again. And now I can go back to my browser. And let's go ahead and say I want to publish it. Notice it noted the change, even though I've changed no code in it, it's noticed that I've changed something. So I'm going to publish, and I'm going to tell it in the publishing options, added a file. So I'm going to include all of that. So under options, I'm going to select include all, go ahead and hit publish. It's going to publish everything in there again. And now I've added a file to the publishing options. So that's really all there is to it. It's a little bit of manual work you have to do. You have to remember to write this kind of code to attach a file to a bundle, and then it'll push it in. And on load, normally it will bring it down to the same relative location you pushed it into, because if you had a path here, it will assume that. Now, unlike prior versions of VisualWorks, when you go to settings for store, there are a couple of options you can do here for files. So notice here under this, you can be never prompted and it'll just go ahead and download it. You can never download and just make sure that nothing ever comes down, or you can prompt. Additionally, you can tell it, use this as the starting path for your download directory, and then it'll be relative from there. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.